Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're fit and doing fine. So, welcome to the episode 3 of data cleaning in Python. In this video, I'm going to specifically talk about how to combine two or more data frames using the pandas library. So, from the pandas library, we will use pd.merge and pd.concat in order to perform the exercise, right? So, pd.merge, it works very similarly, not exactly, but up to some extent like the VLOOKUP function you use in the Microsoft Excel, and in the SQL, like you use the inner join, left join, right join, or the full outer join. So don't worry, we will perform these example by example in this particular video. So let's get started. So first of all, we need to import the pandas library. So I've written the code like import pandas as pd, and we have declared two data frames here, df1 and df2, and I've passed the dataframe1 csv file to the df1 and dataframe2 to the df2. Now let's run this particular line of code and see that what is available in the df1 and what's there in the df2, right? So control enter in the shortcut if you are not aware. So df1 and df2. Now in the df1 and the df2, you can clearly see eye to eye that employee id and employee name. You can see that employee id and employee name 100% exact match column name is appearing in both the data frames, right? And in the third one, we have the job title and the festival bonus. They will get at the end of this month. And in the data frame 2, we do have the month name here, November. So there's only one record which is for the October, and the month rating of these employee IDs and the incentive they will get at the end of this month, and the eligibility, whether they are eligible or not. So here's only one record, that is the 102 for Suresh for the month of October, that the rating is 2, and this candidate is not eligible for the incentive. So now let's begin with the very simple line of the code, that is the pd dot merge, and then simply write df1 and df2, and let's run this particular line of code. So once I press the control plus enter to execute this code, you will see that now in totality I'm getting 5 rows, right? So 5 rows. How pandas is actually the pd.merge is actually giving us this result. Let's understand this with the help of the example. So I've already taken the screenshot of these two data frames from this one, right? Now let's see that how pd.merge df1 and df2 gives us this particular 5 records. Now, so 101 is the employee ID and employee name is Rakesh. Employee ID is 101 and employee name is Rakesh. So pd.merge, by default, this will go and check for the columns which is exactly the same, right? So here employee ID and its employee name, right? And similar in the data frame 2, we do have the employee ID and the employee name. So now this become as a key for the pd.merge to search other records on the basis of this, right? So 101 Rakesh, 101 and Rakesh, we do are getting the same values in the employee ID under the 0 column index number, 101 Rakesh. So this record will come into the picture and this will get added to your resulted data frame. Now the second one is the 101. Yes, we do have 101, but the name is Rakesh, but here the name is Rakesh, then space, then K. So this record will not be get captured in your resulted data frame. Now this will go and check for the 102. So we have the 102 here and the name is Suresh. Yes, the name is Suresh. So this will come into the picture. 102 Suresh. So 102 and Suresh. Doesn't matter that month is November or October, because these are the two keys on the basis of which pd.merge is functioning properly, right? So this will also come into the picture. Now 105, 104 is the Mukesh, and here also you can see 104 and the name of the employee is also same, 104 Mukesh, 104 Mukesh. So in totality, you can see that 106 or 107, so these actually doesn't exist here. So 106 and 107, they are not existing in the df2, right? So df2, we do not have the 106 or 107. So in totality, we can see that 101, 102 and 104, total 5 records, these ones should be get appear in our return data frames. Now let's see that is it the effect. So here you can see, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So total 5 number of rows are coming as a result from pd.merge df1 df2. And just make it a note for yourself that by default pd.merge, it works as the inner join, Okay, so by default, inner join results. Let's say that you would like to merge the table on the basis of specific column. So for that, pd.merge and then df1, df2, and in the on argument, you need to pass here the column name, that is the employee ID in this scenario, and press the control enter. So interestingly, you will see that employee underscore name underscore x, employee underscore name underscore y, which was not in the original data frame, the column names, but now we are getting underscore x underscore y. Why is it so? Because on the basis of the employee ID as a key, we are using the pd.merge. So employee ID will come only one time. However, in the tf1, there are total 4 columns. In the tf2, there are total 6 columns. In the totality, we have 10 columns, and out of those, we will get the 9 columns as a record. So 9 are the total number of columns here. Now, employee name underscore x from the left hand side of the table. So underscore x is the suffix which has been added to the left hand side of the table for the employee name, because the name is 100% matching with the employee name column here on the right hand side of the table, that is the df2. So employee name underscore x and employee underscore y, that the reason that this has been added to your resulted data frame. And in totality, you will see that total number of rows there are 6. Earlier it was like 4, because in the last example which we have covered, we were taking the two identifier, employee ID and employee name. By default, pd.merge has been used at the backend. Now if we would like to see that how these results are being captured for this one particular on the basis of the employee ID, let me go back to the notepad and make it clear to you. So on the basis of employee ID, now this time employee ID is only the key which is being getting used here. So 101 will go and will check for this particular result. 101 will again go and will perform the result for this one. So this will come into the picture, this will come into the picture. Reason being, because this is working into the one to many relationship form. 101, whatever the number of the values which we are having in the df2, it will go and capture all those records, right? And now 102 will go to this one, 102 will go to this one. So these two results were also being stitched together to your resulted data frame. Now 104, in the similar manner, this will go and capture the last 2 records. So in totality, we have like 6 number of rows which will get stitched together to the resulted data frame, and that's the reason you're getting this one in the resulted data frame. Now if you would like to see that, okay, how we will be able to get the same kind of the results which we were getting in the line number of the 4 of the code, pd.merge df1 to df2. So for this, we can simply use the same kind of the code for here, but now instead of the employee ID, I'm going to pass here the list, and inside the list you can pass like more than 2 whatever the columns on which we have to use the pd.merge. So this time we are going to use another column identifier, that is the employee underscore name. So let me type here employee underscore name. See guys, it's case sensitive Python, so whatever the column name you have in the original data frame, the name should be 100% exactly the same. So pd.merge df1 df2 on is equal to employee ID and employee name, and then I'm just closing this one and hitting the control enter. We are getting some error here because this thing should be in the end. So let me close this one, and now in the result we are getting the 100% the same result which we have received in the line 4 of the code. Okay, so in this way, when you are passing the explicitly the column name as per your wish, as per your data analysis, you can use the list in order to use the pd.merge functionality. As I said that by default this works on the how is equal to inner mode. So let's say that if you would like to see if you would like to get the results on the basis of other joins functionality, so how you will be able to do that? So for that, how is the method? So how is equal to outer. So the beauty of the outer join is that you will get all the values, all the records from both the data frames without losing any of the values. So let me just hit on the control enter, and you will be able to see that total we are getting 10 number of rows, and all the values are being getting fetched here. However, there are some NaN errors, not a number. So wherever there are no values against those particular columns, so this will go and return as a NaN, which stands for the not a number. And if you would like to see that, okay, I would like to see on the basis of the how is equal to left, simple, all the values from the left hand side of the table will come into the picture. Only those values which are matching from the right hand side table will get captured in your resulted data frame. So here you can see that in totality we are getting 7 number of records, and NaN is the error for those particular location, Mahesh, because these values are not available on the right hand side of the table. So that's the reason actually, we are not getting the results for the location, Mahesh, from the right hand side table. Month rating, incentive, eligibility, and the month, they are showing us the NaN error, not a number error, right? So how is equal to left, and in the similar manner you can just type here how is equal to right. So this is the simple and self-explanatory method. You can try it your end by just using any of the data frame at your end, df1, df2. Just declare two data frame and then use this kind of the pd.merge in order to perform the exercise or the practical form in at your end to make yourself well versed with the pd.merge, right? So that's all from. So guys, now let's move forward and understand the pd.concat. So for the pd.concat, I've defined here two new data frames, that is called that the df3 and df4, and in the eye to eye comparison you can see that there are total number of columns which is 4 in both the data frames, starting from employee id, employee name, job title, happy Diwali bonus, sequence properly from the left to right manner, and data types, they also looks very similar. So before we type the pd.concat, I would like to type here the unified. Why? Because I would like to use this as a declared variable, and in this unified I'm going to store here the df3 and df4 inside that list. And now I'm going to type here pd.concat and then passing here the unified. Okay, and pressing the control enter, and with no time you will see that df3 and df4 has been consolidated or articulated together, and there are total number of rows which is 10, 5 from the df3, 5 from the df4. Now you might be wondering that 0 1 2 3 4, again 0 1 2 3 4, what are these? So these are the index position number. In order to get rid of these index position number, what you can do, and you can add in your code, that is the ignore your index is equal to true, right? And then press the control enter, and you will see a proper chronological ordering: 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, a proper series of number of the index position number. Intentionally I have placed one duplicate record in both the data table df3 and df4, that is available at the index position number at 3. For the employee name D, lead analyst, and the happy Diwali bonus is 13200. So this is the duplicate record in my data frame. So I would like to remove it. So for that I can just take the help of the drop duplicates and hit the control enter. Now you will be able to see there's only one single particular record against the employee id 4, and the duplicate record has been removed, and this table, this data frame, actually it contains the unique rows only. Okay, so that's the beauty of the pd.merge, pd.concat in the Python. So guys, please do perform some exercises at your end. Do let me know for any questions if you come across, and you can support me and my channel in three ways: either by sharing it with your friends, or you can like the video right now, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you do not miss on any important videos notification. All right, happy learning. I wish you all the best and take care. Bye bye.